It's not going so well, of course, at Juventus, but Allegri did finally get the win. There was all these rumors about how much he's been shouting at the team, how much, they risked going and conceding at the final minute because once again, Juve can only play for one half. That could be the first half, that could be the second half, take your pick. It's always exciting to know which half they're going to show up in. That's about as exciting as it gets when you're a Juventus fan at the moment. Are they going to start off really well or are they going to end it really well? Either way, it was a 1-0 victory over Fiorentina, which means they're back to winning ways. I don't think we need to talk about them very much because obviously we've covered them, so often. But it's probably worth noting that Fabrizio Romano has talked about the fact that he thinks Allegri will leave at the end of the season, and that this is his final year. There does seem to be a disconnect. But interestingly, more than ever, I've seen a lot of pro-Allegri comments this week. So I wonder what's going on there. A lot of people blaming the squad for being so mediocre that it's almost impossible to represent Juventus with this level of talent. Either way, Vlahovic seems to be a Juventus level player.
I mean, is it just la legge immutabile dell'ex, the immutable law of the ex?
Is it that, or is it? I mean,
I think he's a very good player, but I've constantly maintained that. To be honest, I don't think he's necessarily world class, but I think he's one of the 5 best strikers in Italy, and actually I would say 5 best forwards. I would he's one of the best number 9s, if not the best number 9.
If not the best. Oh, you think he's better than Osimhen or Lautaro?
I think Lautaro's more of a 9.5. I think Vlahovic, in terms of potential, is better than Giroud. I think Giroud's off to Major League Soccer now, isn't he? But I think if you put him in goal-scoring positions, he can score more goals. He's got more to his game than Giroud. I'm a big Giroud fan, don't get me wrong, but I think Giroud has... The difference between Giroud and Vlahovic is Giroud has squeezed out every last drop of talent through intelligence and work rate, whereas I think Vlahovic can occasionally be a little bit complacent and his temperament still lets him down. But
can Vlahovic jump 233 meters like Osimhen?
233 meters. Wow, I mean, that would
be quite a jump.
That was
not 233 meters.
Superman.
Yeah, leaping over skyscrapers.
Absolutely.
Oh gosh, look where my mind. Imagine.
I mean, that was. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? That goal for Osimhen was almost the least memorable. When he scored, it was the equaliser. You think that's an incredible header, and then Napoli went on to score some even better goals than there. But I think you're right. I don't think there's much to say about Juventus, save for the fact that they are the 3rd best team in Serie. I think they'll end up as the 3rd best team in Serie. I don't see them overhauling Milan. I don't see them necessarily being caught now after Bologna could only draw at Frosinone. And I think it is time now to break with the past with Allegri. I think it's time for a new coach to come in. And what a situation to inherit. You've got a slightly disgruntled fan base. You've got young players with big potential possibly coming back to the club, certainly to have a look at them in the summer. Matthias Solé, Dean Huijsen, and so on and so forth. You're going to have Champions League football and you're going to be involved in the Club World Cup. So whoever gets that job, if there is a vacancy, is going to have a really interesting first season.
God willing, it is Zinedine Zidane. But I do want to talk about Atalanta because they have their upcoming game is against Liverpool.